And now my program is kind of being the front runner of being able to teach lawyers how to free themselves up from their law firm by creating systems, automations, automatic follows, and all these things that helps them free them from their law firm.
You first stated, like, when you opened up, like, right away, like, your lawyer story shot like your business, like you're definitely like an entrepreneur, like, by heart. And you first stated when you read Dotcom Secrets, the underground playbook for grooming your company online and open your eyes to possibilities. Tell us about that.
This is a book that teaches you how to get clients or customers for anything you ever want to sell online. It's basically like the backbone structure, the system, the methodology of how to get people who need you. Let's say for me, I was able to apply in the legal field. So there's people who have problems, have issues, they need you. How do you get them to actually get signed up? And the funnel system is kind of the foundation behind that. Once I kind of got exposed to this about 5 or 6 years ago, it blew my mind. I'm like, this is it. This is exactly how you do it. So I'm like, I have to be able to learn how to do this to generate clients from a law firm. And I was able to quickly apply those things over and over, learn a lot, apply across multiple law firms, started doing it for other lawyers, started now teaching about it, and then started being involved with, at this point, 20, 30 different law firms that I'm able to create these funnels for that are basically bringing in the leads and then using automation to be able to sign up the clients and serve the clients and then get reviews and repeat over and over and over in a very repeatable, teachable, learnable system that anybody could pick up on. So that's basically my mission now, because I see this, I have this light bulb. The last couple of years of having this light bulb, this is it, this is it, this is where it's going. If you're a solo or like a small law firm, this is where it's going. If obviously we can't depend on the physical world to get clients, you can't just set up an office and just expect people to come to you. So the only way in 2021 and beyond you get clients is online. This is it. And then the funnel system is the only way to get clients, more or less. The market hasn't really caught on to it. I would say 2 to 5% of the legal market applies these concepts, but more and more law firms will understand these things and apply for themselves. Let me also share with you, Ben, there's two components of it. Most people are interested in either learning how to get clients, which is, one thing that I teach. And the second part that I've more and more seen, which I think is even more important, which is how to be able to automate the law firm so that the law firm is running on its own. And that's where the beauty of this whole thing comes from. So, because a lot of lawyers and, both of us are attorneys, we know how hard it is to be able to work all day long, grind it out. We always have doubts, like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this how it's supposed to be? I noticed that as a trend with a lot of other attorneys. And now my program is kind of being the front runner of being able to teach lawyers how to free themselves up from their law firm by creating systems, automations, automatic follows, and all these things that helps them free them from their law firm.
Wow. So, and it all started sort of with that book, like that Open Your Eyes, like that was just sort of, is that book still relevant? I don't mean to go back to the book.
Oh yeah.
You say it's still relevant to today?
Oh yeah, very relevant. It's kind of like the Bible of learning how to generate clients online. I just wanted to reiterate the name for if anybody wants to read it. It's called .com Secrets.
So like you talk about funnels, like what exactly is a funnel?
The end goal is to get to people who need you. Either they're looking to hire you or they don't realize that they need to hire you. How do you get them signed up? The system, how do you do that is called a funnel.
Okay.
So just a short summary of what it is practically is you always want to capture their contact information first up front. Second mindset is to build relationship with them with videos and emails. And third is you drive them towards your desired action, which for lawyers, it's either scheduled calls or give me a direct call. That's the concept. But how do you go actually building out these pieces is basically what I teach instead of legal funnel. How to put those pieces together and be able to run 24/7 without your intervention so that, once you create it, then it's running its course, and 24/7, it's basically getting you bookings or calls. And then you have people who are helping you sign up these clients. And then there's also a whole automation system for how to serve the clients and make sure that they're happy. Make sure you get your reviews and be able to serve more clients.
So like a couple questions, like how does this work interjurisdictionally? Like if you're saying everything's virtual,
so everybody has their own geographic location where they could serve clients.
Okay.
So most people are state-based. So then they go target those types of people. But there's also some that are federal. These things that tend to work better if they're more on the state level and a federal level because you have a bigger market to market to.
What kind of legal issues is dealing with?
All types, every single type. That's the beauty of it. It's foundational and kind of frameworks that you apply for your own law firm and your own type. And it's really cool. It's like kind of like a jigsaw puzzle that you're always constantly solving. So I've been trying to solve this game for 6 years and I'm still every day. It's it's one of those things where it's like the only constant is change. It's also one of those things that gets refined and changed over time. So it's kind of keeps you always challenged and motivated to continue.
So like, can you run us through like an example of like getting a case, like how you would acquire a case and like how it works, that sort of thing?
Sure. I mean, the typical one, the most common one is somebody searches for something, then it's Google Ads, and then that takes you to a funnel or landing page where you capture their contact information or they give you a call. If you capture the contact information, then you want to make sure you have automated emails and texts and videos and things that are being sent to them. And you basically push them to whatever that desired action is. That's a typical way. There's also a whole way where you come from Facebook ads, which is a lot of people don't really explore, and that's also amazing. And it's what's amazing about the Facebook ads is you get people who are not necessarily looking to hire you, but they need you. They either have a certain problem or certain cause of action that you can address, that you can solve for them, and you just have to be able to get their attention and get them basically signed up.
Wow. Okay. And this is happening like while you sleep, pretty much. Like people are, I mean, that's probably pretty interesting. Like, because like for me, I mean, this is totally different, but I think it's fun to wake up and I see like all these messages from people around the world, just like wanting to be on the podcast, wanting to have a feature, and like that must be incredible for you. Or it's like
empowering.
Automated money. Yeah, it's
that's
like,
the word. It's very empowering because, as you said, while you sleep, it's consistent, it's scalable, because if it works, then you just crank it up. You get as many people as you can in the market, and it's just empowering. It's just very empowering because it's dependent. You're consistently, you're not gonna worry about am I gonna get business this week? So it's always bringing you.
So what's the deal with the 5-star ratings? Like I think when we first chatted, you had like 2,600. And then now you're past like 3,000 like 5-star ratings.
I think at the first, when we talked, I had a couple of hundred or something like that. But that
that was probably back in the January of 2020. But when we were talking about booking the podcast, I think you were at 2,600.
Yeah.
And then now we're probably up above 3,000, right?
No, we're at 2,721 5-star Google reviews.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and most people don't believe it. And again, this is a small law firm. It's not like it's a very big law firm that has this many reviews, but all that is attests to the funnel. Every single one of those clients came as a result of funnel. So, just for this law firm, about 5,000 or 6,000 clients, and about a third, actually more than 6,000, because I know about 30% of my people leave reviews. So yeah, 2,721 Google reviews. What
are some of the issues, like the legal issues that you've dealt with? Like, because obviously you've done something for them to earn that 5-star review, right?
Correct. But this particular one is I do transactional legal services for these people. So it's based on those kind of services.
Okay, so transactional legal service. Gotcha. All right. So like, what's the number one problem that most of your lawyers are like struggling with, like inside the legal funnel right now?
It's the idea that they're too busy and they're working too much and doing a little bit of a lot of things. So if that sounds familiar to you, too busy, working too much, or doing a little bit of a lot of things, that's like the number one common denominator I see most lawyers struggling with. And that's because these days there's so many things to do. There's different softwares, there's different people involved, taxes, there's accounting, bookkeeping. There's so many things that you need to do in order to run a law firm. However, there are ways to be able to replace yourself with delegation, using people to replace you, and automation, which is using tools to replace you, to take over a lot of those tedious, repetitive, or any kind of tasks that you don't like doing or are not necessarily good at. And I basically teach these things where, like, what are the things that you have to do in a law firm, list them out, and I say, hey, this could be automated or this could be delegated, and I'll show you exactly how to get this off your hands by one of those two things. Or sometimes a lot of people don't realize you could just eliminate whatever you're doing. So I always look for figuring out exactly what you can hand off to other people, or what can you automate using tools, or just completely stop doing.
No, that's great. I think delegation is amazing. Like, if you have stuff you can just delegate and not have to. A lot of people, they want to control everything, but I think if you can let go and delegate, I think that's really important. So like, what would you say to an attorney that comes to you and is like, hey, I'm interested in getting involved with this?
So yeah, if you guys are run your own law firms, I have a program called Legal Funnel. where I teach basically lawyers how to, again, two sides, how to get clients online and or how to automate the law firm so the law firm is running on its own. If you're interested in these kinds of topics, all you have to do is just Google legal funnel, or go on Facebook or go on Instagram or wherever, just search for legal funnel and be able to learn more about the program and be able to help tell you exactly how we can help you with this.
Lawyer Nation, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, take a moment right now to subscribe right below and turn on the bell notification to get notified every time I post a video, because right now I'm posting 5 videos a week, providing lots of value to lawyers. So click right here to subscribe, and to watch the next most relevant video, click right here. Go do it, go watch it.